Hello physical fiends, it's Jordan here with another worth of purchase where I play a game for a short amount of time to see if I would buy it myself. On the block today we've got Sunsoft is back retro game selection, which is out digitally like now, and there are physical releases, but it's a little bit complicated, so I'll explain everything in much better detail later on in the video. But first, what is this Sunsoft collection? This is a collection of 3 Famicom games that were never officially released in English until now. 3 Famicom games may not sound like the most enticing product ever, and that's probably the biggest hurdle this game needs to get over. It's a tough sell, even I struggle to get the motivation to sample it for a video. But what's included? We have the Wing of Madoola, Ripple Island, and the ever easy to roll off the tongue Firework thrower Canaro's 53 Stations of the Tokaido. That's actually my favorite of the bunch. The package is presented nicely enough with high-res photos of the original Famicom carts. It's simple but effective, and you get a decent little blurb in English about what the hell is supposed to be going on in the game. Starting with the one that I played first, and the one that made me groan the hardest, the Wing of Madoola. It's a bit of a Bishoujo action game, maybe similar to Valis, a side-scrolling action game that gave me the biggest, oh yeah, this is definitely a Famicom game. It takes about 3 days to destroy an enemy. Thankfully, that's just because you got a crap sword and can quickly pick up something a bit more tasty if you jump into one of the caves. And that's this game's gimmick, you're constantly upgrading your equipment. And that's when the game changes from pretty bad to just decent. Although the enemies are way too unfair. You can't take them all on, and you have the range of a snail throwing a javelin, and you only have one sweet spot to hit them while they annihilate you from every angle. It's definitely my least favorite game in this package. Then we have Firework thrower Canaro's 53 Stations of the Tokaido. Actually my favorite in the package. I think I just enjoy the simplicity. It's the simplest of arcade type rules. One hit, you're dead. You only throw bombs and you jump. The bombs always have the same reach, so there is a science to it as you side scroll to pick up your daughter or something like that. Ninjas and overly affectionate ladies will swarm you, ninjas under bridges, who have deadly and extremely pointy fingers. There is a tinge of comedy with this one. It's simple, you're instantly in the action and you know what's up. It seems to be quite long, and there's always variety in enemies being added and new locations. Finally, there's Ripple Island, which is more like an adventure game, perhaps similar to old school RPGs. It's about exploring with point and click style commands as you try to do something. There are lots of funky animals and locations with puzzle elements to overcome. Of course, it's quite arcade, but I can see there being some charm to it if you have the patience. It's not exactly Broken Sword, but it's interesting to see a game this old go for something like that. And this is the one of the package that definitely you need to do some reading, okay? All of the games though are fine, I suppose. Nothing I would consider a hidden gem or anything, more of a curiosity. There are some aids to help out with these retro releases. You'll definitely be making the most of the rewind feature no matter how much you lie to yourself that you're not one of those people. With these games, you are one of those people. There are also save states and some small things in the visual department like CRT filters, aspect screen ratios and stuff like that, side art. It's simply put together. So in terms of a physical release, in the West this is only available physically on the PlayStation 5 and only in Europe. There is a standard retail release, but if you check on redartgames.com, you'll find that for the same price, they have a deluxe edition which comes with an exclusive sleeve and a double-sided poster. This is in limited quantities. If you check the link below and you want that, you can get 10% off with the code SWATCH10, and that's for anything on Red Art Games' website. That supports me if you click the link and buy something. If you're just wanting the standard PS5 release and you maybe live in North America, then Video Games Plus will be carrying some European copies to, make it a bit easier on the shipping, since they have free worldwide shipping over 80 Canadian dollars, which is about 60 American dollars. Check the links below for that one. But how about the Nintendo Switch? There is no Switch physical in the West. I really don't know why, aside from I guess they feel the demand just isn't there and it's too costly to produce cartridges to make a profit for this particular game. As you may know, Sony has a much lower minimum quantity compared to Nintendo. But in Japan, there is a physical Nintendo Switch version and it does have English. It's also pretty affordable, as you'd hope with a package such as this, and not only does it have a standard edition, but it also has a collector's edition, which is much less affordable. This comes in a Famicom style box. Inside it is a neck strap and a commuter pass, very handy for the bullet train. It also has a keychain and a reproduction retro comic, or maybe multiple of them, obviously in Japanese. Pretty cool. So if you're a Switch collector and you want this, then check the Play Asia links below. That can also massively support me, and I can support you too, because I can give you a nice cheeky discount. You can get 5% off with the code Jordan24. Just remember to click the link first, alright? Personally, would I buy this? Digitally, why not? It's like £9, which is pretty much virtual console territory for 3 games. Physically, it is a bit more of a push though. The Japanese physical release is very cheap. $23 on Play Asia isn't out of the question for me and my weird taste, but it does feel very meager. Like for me, if you're gonna have a Famicom collection, I'm looking for a minimum of like 5 games, and one of them better be an absolute banger. Here we have 3 curiosities, which I'm glad finally have translations. It's always a nice thing to have, but it's certainly one I'm on the fence for. How about you? Will you be picking this up? Please let me know in the comments. If you want to purchase it physically, then check the links down below. That helps support me, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care.